Well, hey folks, it's a single edge kind of day today. I'm going through that huge box or suitcase full of items and soaps and razors and all that jazz, and I decided to pull out the old single edge Pro again, the old supply razor that they sent me a little while back, and got it right here. Got a blade in it, no problem, and I've got the little silicone thingy on it, and I've got it dialed to a 6. This goes to 6. It doesn't go to 11, but I've got it on 6 right now. All right, so we're gonna try the most aggressive setting because I don't think I did that last time, and I haven't used this in a while, so I wanted to just try it again, try the adjustable one. I think I wanna put this one, the Pro, up against just the normal supply razor. We'll do that another time. And I'm gonna lather up with my Signature Series brush. Little margaritas in the Arctic Glacial, which are in stock right now at Sterling Soaps, I believe. So if you want the extra mentholated, now's the time to do it. Summertime is when they offer these. This one is from at least 2 or 3 years ago now. It still smells great. And I still lather it in the little container itself. And then, as I said, going through that big suitcase full of stuff, I found some more terror. I forgot. I've been using the kind of the yogurt consistency aftershave. Well, I found the alcohol. Caution! Extremely cold. Keep away from eyes and anything else that you would prefer not to freeze. You have been warned. So we're going to try this. This is that stuff that keeps on giving, you know, because of whatever they use that's not menthol, but is mentholated like a mofo. All right, so I took a shower, I did my hair. I'm going to put some hot water on my face. I did a cursory one-pass shave yesterday morning. Why cursory? I don't know. I used my twig razor. Yeah, it's a single edge razor kind of day. Yesterday and today. All right, so hi everybody. How you doing? I got too much water in there. Time to lather up. These Sterling containers are my favorite for lathering in because they're really big, and then when you're done, you can, use it for a shaving container of any kind that you might want. Shaving bowl, keep other soap in it or whatever. Good stuff. This was some of the first stuff I ever used. If you've been watching this channel for a while, I started shaving like this in 2011. So coming on 11 years now. I know. I never did anything big for my 10-year anniversary. I guess, with everything going on in the world past couple of years, I just wasn't I couldn't get motivated to sit down and figure out all that stuff. I still would like to do that, and maybe I will. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Oh, man. All right. Lathered up, ready to go. I think I could use some more water in that. That lather seemed a little bit dry. It started off too watery, and then ended up a little dry. But this stuff is great. Margaritas in the Arctic. It does smell limey and mentholated. There's a hint of orange citrus in there because you put a little, little triple sec in your margaritas. All right, here we go. The single edge Supply Pro, the adjustable model with the little silicone gripper, which is a nice, good looking razor. Heavy, stout razor. All right. Now with this one, if you've never used her, if you've been curious, you've probably seen the ads. They've been advertising all over social media for a while now. If you've never used this kind of razor, normally with a safety razor, you got to worry about the angle of the blade as you put it against your face. You don't want it too steep or else it's not going to do anything, or too shallow. And why do I keep drooling in every one of these videos now? I don't know. But anyway, with this one, it kind of like the shape of the razor dictates how it's going to work. So it takes some of the guesswork out of that. Now, do I like that? No, I kind of don't. I kind of like being able, leaving it up to me. But I'm sure there are plenty of people that would rather do, have that little bit of help, especially if you're starting out. Because it can be, it's not that hard. If you've never shaved with a safety razor, if you've only shaved with like an electric razor or a cartridge, safety razors are not scary. They're not. They may seem intimidating for whatever reason. And that's kind of why I started this shaving channel, because, I think that's why. I don't really know why. I just kind of did. But my approach has always been, I'm not one of those guys, even though I have a ton of stuff now because people have sent it to me. I've never been one of those guys that is seeking out tons of different products and things, like expensive artisan soaps. Now, like I said, they have been sent to me, and I feel very fortunate for that. but they never would have been in my budget otherwise, or, spending, $89 on a razor, every couple of weeks. Mine was always just like a normal guy that wants to shave like this. And so I hope that normal people who watch this, that just kind of want to shave without, breaking the bank, you can get a few tips and tricks from a normal person such as yourself. I think I'm fairly normal. I mean, you can ask the wife and kids, they may tell you otherwise. But why was I saying all that? Was that because I was talking about, like, if you're a beginner at this sort of thing, you can feel intimidated by a safety razor. And this razor, while it is certainly not my favorite, and I will always go for a double-edged safety razor before a single edge, even though I do love the twig and the other ones, and this is a good razor, I will always go for the safety razor. But this is a good starter to make that jump between cartridges and double-edged safety razors. I think I'm going to put some more water in my little basin down here and wash my face. Okay, so I have that on 6, and I still got plenty of whiskers left. Now, it did a good job. I think I got a little nick there up the side of my nose. I can't remember if I got nicked before on this one. Did I? Do you guys remember? Anyway, okay, let's go for the second one. I'm going to get a little bit more water on the brush there. I'm just going to dip it down here in the water. That might be too much, but, with a second and third lathering, if you decide to do that, doesn't need to be as thick. Just be like a slickness, like a real thin slickness. Thin slickness. That's my DJ name. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Thin Slickness to the stage because it's 1984. I don't know. All right, here we go. Supply. It's a hefty razor. Interesting. I'm just admiring it. Sorry, folks. Like I said, I haven't used it in a while. So I'm trying to remember. Oh, yeah. I was going to say, because I have it on the 6, the most aggressive. It doesn't feel aggressive. It feels like it's doing a pretty good job of, getting the whiskers, but it doesn't feel like an aggressive shave. So that's good. And you can go real mild. You can go all the way down to a 1 on the adjustable Supply Razor Pro. I was a little concerned, and I was again, about getting under my nose, because I got to get that right angle to get all these little whiskers right underneath my nostril, but it's doing a good job even just like this, so where I don't have to go sideways, as I go sideways. This is the second pass. Thus, I'm going sideways on my chin. Chinny chin chin. All right. Ooh, that nice. Every now and then you get aware of the menthol and the margaritas in the Arctic. Good stuff. Now, the glacial, there's a kind of a rain cloud. We don't have any rain forecast. One little gray cloud. See how dark it's getting? It started off and it was all sunny and crazy. Oh man, I gotta do something about that skylight. I don't know if it's, if you don't enjoy watching me where it's just this glaring off my giant forehead. I don't know. Hey, did you guys watch the Obi-Wan Kenobi TV show that started last week? Television's Obi-Wan Kenobi. I thought it was pretty good. I liked it. Or the half-season finale of Better Call Saul. Everyone calls me Better Call Saul. And I do love Bob Odenkirk. I've loved him since the Mr. Show days, or even before that, the Ben Stiller Show days. But oh boy, what an ending for the halfway done season finale last season. Goodness gracious. Don't worry, I won't spoil it for you, but wow. But yeah, I get that all the time. It's like, hey look, it's Better Call Saul is shaving. They never call me Bob Odenkirk or Jimmy McGill. They always call me Better Call Saul, like that's my name. That's the character's name. Hey, you, it's Better Call Saul. All right, do I still have a nick? No, I think the nick stopped. Good. Good. I've got a couple right there, little tiny ones, but nothing that the slap technique probably won't take care of. All right, let's go for the third. And thus, our final pass for the day. As I luxuriate in the shade of this little gray rain cloud that is blocking out that unforgiving sun. Thank you, rain cloud. Oh, I can still see where we had a hailstorm several months ago and the dirt on the skylight. How do you get up there and clean a skylight? You know how? You don't. You just leave it. It's okay. It's okay. It's just a little environmental dirt up there. Is that irresponsible? I don't know. I've got home repairs on the brain because now the wife and kids are home for the summer. School is out. So home projects, I'm sure, will be on the table. We had to wrangle the kids into helping us clean the house a little bit yesterday, which is always a treat to do, get them off their screens. Oh my gosh. But they did it without fighting, so that was good. You know, they just might amount to something after all. Right, boys? If you're watching this at some time in the future, I love you both very much. Never forget that. I thought I heard a raindrop. I hope it's a raindrop because it's hot. It's getting hot here. And there's no end in sight until like November. So any respite that we can get from that old sun is welcome here in Texas. All right, yeah, got a couple of nicks still. All right, that's all right. That's all right. Let's not freak out. Let's talk like this for a minute and we'll just keep going. I am going to get up under there just so I can get as close as I can. I didn't necessarily need to, but I do it anyway with any razor. So I keep knocking. I think the size of the head of this is knocking more water out of my little basin down here. I don't know. I've never had to refill it during a shave before. Supply razor, knocking the water out of your basin. You can use that guy if you want to as marketing. Yeah, I'm sure that'll do it. Sell a lot of razors. Sell a lot of basins, maybe. I don't know. Basin. It's a good word, basin. All right. That's 3. Ooh. And that margarita tingle. Oh my gosh. Had a couple margaritas last night with some friends. We went out with our family friends. They have a kid that's about the same age as our oldest boy and had a lovely time. All right, I'm getting those problem areas that I always have to get at the end. And then we'll do a little slap. We'll kind of do this little number. It kind of like if there's small little nicks, I almost guarantee that works. It seems to work sometimes. I'm being very cagey about whether it actually works or not because, I don't want you to call me out. Okay, all done. Yeah, there you go. It's not my favorite razor, but it is a good razor. It is very solidly built. I think it's worth the money. I still am not a big fan of how you load the blades into this. Do you remember? It's that little plastic thing that you've seen. Let me show you the cartridge thing. I'm still not a fan of this thing because this thing is the weakest point in this whole shave. Because when I was loading the blade earlier, you do that thing and then you push the blade through. Well, this thing on top, this little plastic thing just won't engage enough with the blade inside here to then push it all the way through. And I had to set it back and press down. So that part I still am not a fan of. But if this was, maybe metal, a little better tolerances, I think the plastic kind of gets, look at this. What's going on up there? I think the plastic is not the best material for that. And I have seen these kind of blades for sale with, made with plastic and a metal thing. But other than that, it's a solid razor. Last time I did not shave with the 6. Hold on, I'm gonna do this again and wash my face off. And then we'll put on some Terror aftershave. So that's my only qualms against this razor is just the way the blades are loaded and the kind of blades you have to use. And that's it. Otherwise, if you're interested in this sort of thing, check it out. They're out there. It's the Supply razor. This is the Pro, as you can tell. And let's get the old Terror out now. Shake it up. Shake it up. Ooh, ooh. All right. Not a ton. It was kind of milky. Interesting. Milky. Oh, that burns a little bit because it's alcohol-based. Unlike the yogurt version of this Terror aftershave. The Greek yogurt kind. I wonder if it has alcohol. Hamamelis virginiana, witch hazel. distillate fragrance, Avena sativa. Sativa? I'm gonna fail a drug test. What a milk thistle fruit extract. Well, all kind of stuff in here. Wow. I'll read that later. Let me wash my hands. My face is tingling from the menthol, and those little nicks are still there. Still weeping just a little bit, but not enough to worry too much about. But I will check later. Anyway, that's it. So that's revisiting the Single Edge Pro from Supply Razor. This one, I believe, is $89. Is that right? Yeah, I wrote it on there. $89, and now it's all smeared. Anyway, $89 for this one. I think it's like $49 for the other one, but don't quote me. My memory's terrible. All right, everybody. Well, that's a good one. And then the sun is coming back out for my exit. Thank you, sun. Have a great week, everybody, and I'll see you all very soon.